of the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Davison Faya Fallen.
Hello folks, this is Spoon TV and I'm supposed to play. We are coming to you live from the Barclay Training Center in Central Monrovia, where activities lead to the official celebration of Liberia's 178th Independence Day celebration.
Ladies and gentlemen,
commencing here.
The adjutant is now receiving
two of us as we
the
bring you
report.
This live coverage from the
military
Training Center in Monrovia.
The command received the report is synonymous to acquiring the status of their troops. Accountability in the military is one of the fundamental necessities that takes place before and after every military action. Each unit commander is now reporting to the adjutant on the status of his troops. After this, the adjutant has executed an about face and informed the commander of troops that all are present, and the commander of troops has ordered the adjutant to resume his post and box the staff. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are seeing right now is the adjutant and the rest of the staff are marching in front of the commander. This signifies that the commander of troops has assumed authority over the parade. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the commander of troops has taken over the parade from the adjutant. This indicates that the formation is formed completely. And this brings the first phase of the parade to an end. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the second phase of the parade will resume immediately His Excellency, Mr. President, arrives. Thank you.
So, His Excellency President Boakai and other international guests are now on their way here to the Barclay Training Center to commence the official celebration of Liberia's 178th independence. So, still with us in a few minutes, His Excellency President Boakai and the national guests should be arriving here at the BTC. Spoon TV with me, Sylvester Childplay, saying happy Independence Day from Monrovia, specifically here at the Barclay Training Center, where the official celebration of Liberia's 178th Independence Day celebration begin. And we are here to bring you all of the details and all you need to know about. So the
ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce the arrival of the Honorable Minister of National Defense, Brigadier General Geraldine Janet George, retired.
Defense Minister George arriving here at the Barclay Training Center, where His Excellency President Boakai and international guests are on their way here at the Barclay Training Center.
Development is now receiving the Honorable Minister with the music. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we await the commencement of the second phase of the parade, permit me to acquaint you with activities of that phase. Immediately His Excellency Mr. President arrives, the commander of troops will march the colors forward for honor to the nation. After which,
so His Excellency President Boakai is just around here at the Barclay Training Center. So basically, today is no ordinary day in Liberia.
To the original position, the commander of troops will march to His Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief, and request for permission to conduct the pass-in review.
The motorcade of His Excellency President Boakai is now arriving here at the Barclay Training Center. In a moment, you will see His Excellency President Boakai motorcade arriving here at the Barbados International Airport as we celebrate the 178th independence of our nation. A powerful reminder of our country's our history and the great respect we are earning around the world, especially as Africa's oldest independence republic. The president is just a few seconds away from this training center. President Boakai there, seeing Escort 1. So all eyes now on the armed forces of Liberia. As soldiers are all posted ready to perform their respect and courtesy to His Excellency President Boakai, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia. There you see the entourage of His Excellency President Boakai. See the diamond agents of His Excellency President Boakai. And there you have the official vehicle of His Excellency President Boakai here. Spoon TV, Sylvester Chulu plays my name, and we are coming to you live from the Barclay Training Center in Central Monrovia. This is the official kick-off celebration of Liberia's 178th Independence Day celebration here in Central Monrovia. So the president vehicle is entering this compound very slowly as troops of the armed forces of Liberia paying their courtesy.
For the arrival of the President of the Republic of Liberia and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yoman Boakai Sr.
To the grand stand as the President of the Armed Forces of Liberia. I just arrived here in the Barclay Center
So the Minister of Defense, Minister George, alongside the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia and other officials of the ministry and the army, are here posted to officially welcome His Excellency President Boakai and display their military courtesy. There, the President will back his vehicle. There you have a salute from.
His Excellency.
There you have His Excellency, Mr. Boakai.
He's moving towards the stand.
So he enters the stand, and
Ladies and gentlemen,
of
His
course,
Excellency, Mr. President,
on the right side of the president is the Minister of Defense. Left is the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Liberia.
and the Commander of Troops will now bring the colors forward to present to His Excellency, Mr. President, and Commander-in-Chief for respect to the nation.
The inspection of colors it begins now here as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia and President of the Republic of Liberia is performing his duty.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of Troops is now marching the colors forward for honor to the nation.
The Commander of Troops will now
Ladies
call
and
forward.
gentlemen, the Commander of Troops is about to request permission from the Commander-in-Chief for honor to the nation.
Commander of Troops
He just
pay
informed
his
the
respects.
Commander-in-Chief that the colors are present. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at the playing of the national anthem, all military and paramilitary personnel wearing uniforms
Inspection of flags or colors. It is currently ongoing. The president looks straight forward. So the troops are well posted as the inspection goes on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing until the colors are posted. The color party is now marching to post the colors.
We are at the grandstand of the Barclay Training Center in Liberia, where colorful occasions is ongoing.
So
As you can see, on the screen is
Ladies and gentlemen, the colors are now posted. Please be seated while His Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia remains at the viewing stand for the pass in review.
So
the Commander of Troops
is
now marching to the Commander-in-Chief to request permission for the pass in review. His Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief has granted permission to the Commander of Troops for the pass in review. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once more, to be a soldier is to represent the best of our nation. It is to embody selfless service, to strive in the hardship and sacrifice of an elite warrior class, to walk toward the sound of guns, and to ably shoulder heritage created by those who have gone before us. To be a firefighter is to commit yourself to public safety and emergency response. Firefighters rescue people and properties from dangerous situations by providing medical care and maintaining fire equipment.
Pass in review of troops. It is now ongoing here at the Barclay Training Center. Folks, be reminded that you are following Sport TV with me, Sylvester Chirumbe from Central Monrovia. His Excellency President Boakai has begun activities leading to the official celebration of Liberia's independence later on at the Centennial Pavilion in Central Monrovia.
The President of the Republic of Liberia is electing the formation of the armed
so, as it relates to the formation of the troops, you are about to witness out of the troops here, group by group, segment by segment, as the President keenly inspects and look carefully.
where the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency,
distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of Troops for today's Independence Day Parade is Captain Alvin Tobago.
The first African independence round headed towards the
Captain Tobago
This is
pays compliments
quite salute
to His
by
Excellency
the
Mr. President
Armed Forces of
and
Liberia.
Commander-in-Chief.
Forces of Liberia, beginning with this.
Following the election of Second President,
This is
the War Major is Boakai. Yes,
There you have it.
the John Major has paid homage to present salute to His Excellency Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, comes First Battalion, commanded by Captain Trogon, Russia. First Battalion, commanded by Captain Trogon, Russia. Second Battalion, commanded by Captain Ivy Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Please stand for the passing of the pulse.
Men and women of the Armed Forces of Liberia displaying a military duty here at the Barclay Training Center.
Please be seated. Lieutenant Melvin Brown. Now the paramilitary units.
What a beautiful performance here from the Barclay Training Center.
My superintendent, Daniel S. White.
Officers of the Liberia National Police, Immigration Service.
Immigration Service is commanded by Officer Russell Barclay. The Liberia Revenue Authority Department of Customs is commanded by Officer Julia N. Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Liberia National Fire Service,
The Liberia National Fire
commanded
Service.
by Major Emmanuel Parker.
Liberia National Fire Service.
Liberia National Fire Service.
Here comes the Liberia Drugs
LDA
Agency,
is now next.
commanded by Sergeant Jala S. Bedayema. Here comes the Monrovia City Police. Bureau of Correction. Commanded by Lieutenant A.B. David. Commanded by
Painesville City Police.
Lieutenant L. David. Ladies and gentlemen, our future leaders, the Nigerian Scout Association, commanded by Commissioner Samuel S. Coker.
That's the end of the moving of the troops.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
His Excellency President Boakai will now retire from this term. And that's the conclusion of the past in review. Successfully implemented by the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of the Armed Forces of Liberia, President of the Republic of Liberia. Yes, Excellency Joseph Boakai. And you will now have handshakes with guests. Out the way you see the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Honorable Richard Kuhn. President interacting with some international diplomats there. The president will now depart the Barclay Training Center here in Monrovia. He will now prepare for the official celebration of the Independence Day at the Centennial Pavilion later on this morning at about 11 o'clock.
To rejoin the official ceremony at the Centennial at about 11 o'clock this morning. So folks, when somebody arrive, I'd like to say kudos to all of you for following us on Today Liberia on television. Jim Cashion is reviewing the President of the Republic of Liberia. As you can see,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just concluded the program. His Excellency, Mr. President, is now taking his leave. Please, remain standing. His Excellency, Mr. President, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, is now departing the parade field.
So, folks, that's how we conclude So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much.